Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about online safety, what that means for the YouTube world, what that means for the social media world, some ways that you can protect yourself and your family online. So if that sounds good to you and a topic you are interested in, grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. So as a parent, I find this topic to be extremely important, and as a creator myself, I find this topic to be extremely important. It's something that we can't always avoid. Online safety is so incredibly important, and the more and more we see things in the news lately, there was recently just a podcast couple. This actually happened in Washington. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I can link a couple things below if you're interested. I had really followed the protocol. They had reported everything. They had been documenting everything. They had contacted the police on multiple occasions, and sadly, it didn't end well. And that sadly can become the case, and it's just really important that you are mindful about the way you are responding to people or not responding to people. You can never really know what the right way to do something is, but it's important to document all of those things, to make sure that you are contacting the police if needed, to make sure that you are reaching out to YouTube and reporting the things that are harassing, bullying, crossing the line with you, and make sure that they are aware and have a log of it. Keep everything in your phone because you literally don't know who you are dealing with on the other side of the screen. A previous video of mine, I talked about parasocial relationships. I'll link it below. It's an older video. I think it was about a year and a half ago or so. A lot of times what will happen is individuals will see you daily. They will see you on Instagram daily. They might see you on Facebook daily. They might follow you on TikTok. They might watch your YouTube videos, your YouTube shorts, and they build a parasocial bond with you in some kind of way where they actually feel like they may know you. They're very connected to you. They relate to you. This can be a somewhat scary situation. Try to leave you messages or DMs, and if you're not responding to those messages or DMs, or maybe even if you have responded to them, it can be a slippery slope. It could be a situation that might sound very innocent or feel very innocent and can turn very scary and dark extremely quickly. Okay, so what are some of the ways that you can protect yourself online? One of the main ways you can protect yourself, especially this applies to not just YouTube, but also applies to TikTok and Instagram, it applies to Facebook, is not sharing your location in real time. And I know sometimes that can be really tempting, especially if you're at Disneyland or you're someplace very cool and you want to share that experience with your audience and your followers. But if you're sharing yourself in real time, you're just going to give more opportunity to the people who want to access you to come and find you in that location. So I wouldn't suggest sharing your location in real time. If you want to document that trip, great. Get your videos, put your vlog together. Share it after you've left or gotten back from your trip, but don't share your location in real time. Another thing I think that can be very tempting to share, especially if you're like a lifestyle vlogger or you're just making a lot of home content, you're a homemaker, you're doing things in that kind of nature or content area, it might be tempting to want to share parts of your home. And I think that's okay to share parts of your home. I think it's probably not a good idea to share the layout of your home. Oftentimes you'll get subscribers who will want a house tour. I think that that can be a tempting thing to want to share. Maybe you've done some home renovations and your subscribers are interested in that, or your following on Instagram is interested in that, but just be mindful not to share too much of your home. You don't want to really show the entrance. You don't want to show your children's rooms. You just want to be mindful of what you're sharing to your subscribers, and remember that you're in control of that and you don't have to feel pressure to show anything that you are not fully feeling confident about. Okay, so even if you have a small channel, even if you have a large channel, you still don't know who that one person, two people, three people are behind the screen that may not agree with what you're saying. They may not like you. They may have built a parasocial bond with you, and because you're not responding to them in the way that they're expecting you to, they've now turned on you and they are cyber stalking you. They are sending you threatening messages, or maybe they're just harassing you on a daily basis, and this is not okay. So you do not have to get into debates or conversations with individuals that you do not feel comfortable talking about. Don't let people bait you into those conversations. Sometimes those situations can turn out very negatively, so you have control over that, and you do not need to get into those conversations unless you want to. I would also say just to be careful with your DMs and how you're actually talking to people online. Maybe get to know those people a little bit, check their pages, kind of see who they are before you're just kind of randomly talking to individuals over DM. You have the power to delete comments if you're not okay with the comments that are being left on there. The block button is a good one. If you're feeling uncomfortable or unsafe with somebody, block them. And then YouTube has a pretty good little system going where you can report channels that you feel are being offensive, harassing you, using hate speech. There's all kinds of things that kind of fall into that bucket. And if you're good about reaching out to YouTube, they will respond to you. They have a chat button where you can actually go on and speak to a live chat representative. You can express your concerns and they will handle it from their end. So I will say that YouTube has really stepped it up in that department. And Instagram also has a report button. You can block those people and it will also block any accounts that are associated with that. Now, with all that being said, this doesn't mean that it's going to completely wash these people out of your channel, of your Instagram page. If they really want to, they're going to find a way to access you. They're going to get other people to access you. They're going to do what they need to do. But it's up to you to respond in a healthy and productive way. Try to make sure to document those types of things, to keep screenshots, to make sure to reach out to authorities, especially if you're feeling unsafe, to make sure to report it to YouTube, report it to Instagram, and just make sure that you're following all of the right things. And if you don't feel comfortable with somebody or somebody is crossing the line of what makes you feel okay and safe, block them and just remove them completely from your channel. So this is just like the last little thing, little nugget of information. I think that's important, especially for parents. So if you're somebody who is a lifestyle vlogger, a mommy vlogger, if you're somebody who is doing a family channel of some sort, this can also be a somewhat of a slippery slope because there are a lot of people who are watching that channel who do not have the best of intentions. Let's just put it that way. I'm sure that 85% of the subscribers, and that's probably a pretty big number to say, but I'm sure that a lot of those subscribers do have good intentions and really do care about the wholesome family content that you're putting out there. But there's always going to be people behind the screen that are not exactly the type of people you want to be watching that content. And I think that this can be a hard one. So just be mindful of that. If you're going to start a family vlog channel, or if you already have a family vlog channel, just to be very, very careful about sharing your children's school locations, oversharing information about your children. I think that's just a huge, huge, scary situation. So I'm not going to get too in depth about that one. I think it's just a common sense thing, but definitely protecting your children from potential online harassment, potential online bullying, and other scary situations. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got a little bit of valuable information from this. I'm going to be posting a few workouts coming up very, very soon. You can follow me over on Instagram. I'm taking a little Instagram break right now just because things have been so busy around here, and I just need a little bit of a break. So I will be on YouTube once a week with a new video. I'll see you guys probably next Wednesday or Thursday for an upper body fitness class. Stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.